Hey guys, it's a little bit windy, so hopefully you can hear me. You can see there's snow on the mountains behind us. We got our first snow of the year last night here in Star Valley. We didn't get a lot. I see by Mr. Joyous, he's a history teacher in the high school. He lives in Lander. So does Mrs. Dillon in the high school. They have a lot of snow over there in Lander. But some of you across the state got a lot more snow than we did, but kind of exciting that it's here. I am taking you on a field trip this week to the Tetons. Yesterday, Labor Day, I did the Teton Crest Trail, a big chunk of it, about 33 miles of it, with a friend of mine. So you'll get to see that. That's the whole southern range. And then we got to the three big peaks there in the middle and wrapped around them and then came down and out. So last time I took you on a northern portion of it. For those of you that are new to WIVA, we have some new students joining us this week. I send these weekly field trips out every week, and welcome to Wyoming Virtual Academy. For all of you who are new to us this year, thanks for being patient with our system outages last week. We think everything's fixed. A few of you are still waiting for some computers to show up. We're working on that. But otherwise, we think we're getting pretty close to just all the craziness of bringing 800 new students on board and 30 new teachers is starting to settle down a little bit. So we'll do another round of Star 360 testing this Friday for those of you that didn't get a chance to do that in the middle school, and then the high school will do another round of that later, and the elementary school, they're working with you as homeroom teachers. So if you're new to WIVA and things are still kind of like, I don't really know what's going on, just reach out to your teachers. It takes about a month or so to really get into the rhythm of things and get everything settled in, and then you start to pick things up, and the families who've been with us for years are like, yeah, just get through that first month or two, and then things start to settle in and you feel good about stuff. So we have wonderful teachers here. They're the heart and soul of WIVA. They take really good care of you, and we're all here to meet your needs and hopefully give you a really good education this year. So I'm starting to get the chills because it's so cold out here. So I'm going to end this and put the field trip on and then send this out to all of you. So thanks so much, and enjoy winter. I think it's here. Hey guys, this morning I'm taking you on the Teton Crest Trail, which starts at Highway 22, going from Jackson over the Teton Pass to Idaho, Driggs, Idaho. But it starts here and rolls through the Tetons there's different lengths of it, 30, 40, or farther. So today we'll do the 30 or 40 mile version, rolling through the Tetons. So lots of forest fire smoke, and it's supposed to start raining and snowing this afternoon, so we're gonna race to beat that because we don't have gear for that. So we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, we're getting up into Phillips Pass, a few miles in. There's a big old moose down there. You can't see the details of him, and there's a couple more up here on the face. And pretty views. I think we're looking
back to Jackson.
You can see that smoky haze hanging out. Climbing. So we're up on top now in the Tetons, running this beautiful high skyline trail, this massive canyon off to our left, and you can see the peaks out there north of us that we're coming up on from the Tetons. So we're rolling through the south and making our way 20 miles or so till we get to those peaks off there in the distance. So, and then we'll go past them 20 miles. generally speaking. You're going slow. Well, we got 8 miles and it's taken 2.5 hours because we're going slow, but we finished the opening salvo of Phillips Pass Trail and we've made it to the Teton Crest Trail. So, Teton, and we're entering Grand Teton National Park. You go in and out of the park a couple times. You're in the Jedediah Smith Wilderness. You're also in the National Forest, maybe the Targhee or Bridger Teton, I can't remember. There's a big old, probably a moose track in the trail. Moose or elk. It's big enough, I think it's a moose. Smoky and hazy. We're still not to the big peaks, but here we go. Here's a better view of Marion Lake. It's windy, hopefully you can hear me. But we've been rolling 12 miles or so across all this high country. We're about to go over, I think this is Marion Pass. So we're leaving the national park and in Jedediah Smith Wilderness. And still haven't caught a glimpse of the iconic peaks yet, but we're getting there. Coming from the south, it's a long haul to get there to that famous section, but man, it's been so pretty, even with the smoke. We've seen 4 hikers in the whole morning. So this end doesn't get much use, it feels like. So we came up over the rise here, and there's the iconic peaks there in the haze. You can just see them out there. Normally they'd be standing out in sharp contrast to the blue sky, but it's smoke. So feels like we got a long ways to go, probably another 10 miles to get there and then go a little further. So we're breaking out onto, I think they call this Death Canyon and the Death Shelf. And there's the iconic Teton Range right there. So still working our way over. Starting to get kind of hot. I'm tired. Coming across. We're on the Death Shelf now. About to roll off here. There's a big old marmot sitting on top of this big old rock. There's a fat guy sitting there enjoying the views. This is kind of a cool boulder field we're passing through the top of this massive canyon. And the Tetons are right through there, you can see. This is Death Canyon. We're on the Death Canyon Shelf. I don't know why it's called Death Canyon. Sounds ominous, but it's one of these big glacial moraines. You can just see it's, well, not a moraine, but a glacial valley that's all carved out. And you can just see that bowl shape all the way out, and it pops out on the other side of Tetons. And there's the Teton. Let's see if I can zoom in. The iconic Tetons. We're in Teton Park. There's my buddy running down the trail. It dives down through these rocks and through Alaska Basin and then back up over Hurricane Pass, and we wrap around the Tetons. So we're getting closer and closer. We've gone about 18 miles or something like that. 17. All right, we are about to climb up to Hurricane Pass. I'm assuming the trail goes up. I assume that's Hurricane Pass. Could be wrong, but you can see the Tetons sticking up behind that notch there. Sorry about waving the camera around. So it should be really pretty. And going over that pass, we drop down into Cascade Canyon. And then instead of going up and over to Paintbrush Canyon, we're gonna drop down Cascade and make it 30 miles. Fun. Gone about 20 miles now. we've climbed up quite a ways. That notch I'd been pointing out back over there is not, at least I don't think it is unless we skirt over there, is not the pass. But we came from way out that way all day, 21 miles. And we're climbing up over Hurricane Pass. And then down to Jenny Lake. All right, guys, we're at Hurricane Pass. And here are the backside of the iconic spires there. I keep using that word iconic. You can look it up if you don't know what it means. My throat's really dry after 22 miles. I think it's been 22 miles. Let's see what the watch says. Pretty darn close. We're going kind of slow. Because I'm slow. A lot of hiking. But it's easier when you're just carrying a fast pack. So I don't know if I can show you or not. So I got a water bottle here, bear spray here, some food in my side things. I don't know if you can see it or not. Just I have a windbreaker / rain jacket. It's not waterproof, but it would keep me warm while I ran down if it does rain. And then, sorry, I dropped my poles. And then I've got a little first aid kit, some tape and some gauze, a little tube of too tired to think. A little tube of antibiotic ointment. And then some water treatment stuff, a water purification thing, and that's about it. Some food in there. So if we run all the way down the last 10 miles or so, we should be down and finish this thing within 9 hours, which is not bad. 9.6 to Jenny Lake, so you can see those. And we are at the boundary of the Teton Park. Here's another view. We're going to drop down Cascade Canyon down here and then out. But you can see all these cool peaks back in there, just how jagged and crazy it is. My watch just clicked. 22 miles. So from Highway 22 to the top of Hurricane Pass is 22 miles on the dot. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. All right. Beautiful, beautiful views. So coming down off the pass, there's this really cool natural lake here formed by the glacier. You can see where the glacier pushes down and pushes dirt, and then it melts back into there. And just over eons of time, this is how this whole canyon was formed. And here's the, looks like man-made, doesn't it? But it's not. This glacier pushes down against it and digs that dirt and pushes it up and banks it into the front, right at the backside of the Tetons. Hey, we're dropping down, almost down into the floor of Cascade Canyon, and there's some beautiful waterfalls up here. You can see some high up there, looking pretty cool. We're just dropping down. Check out this beautiful view. Coming down Cascade, there's waterfalls coming down there, and these high peaks. It's pretty awesome. This is coming up Cascade, so if you ever come to Jackson, ride the Jenny Lake ferry across the lake, and it'll drop you right at this trailhead, and then hike a few miles up the canyon and see these beautiful views in the evening or in the early morning when the light's really good. Pretty cool. Another pretty view. We popped out of Cascade Canyon and there's Jenny Lake below us, and we're just skirting around over to String Lakes. So, this rain is starting to come in on us. It's supposed to be raining and snowing this evening and tonight. Temperature's supposed to plummet. So we're trying to beat that rain, and we might just make it. We'll see. Okay guys, we're done. In 9:57, we covered 33 miles from Highway 22 all the way along the Teton Crest Trail and then down through Cascade Canyon back here to where I took you on my last field trip, or not my last, but one of the field trips where I looped you up Cascade and around Paintbrush, a 20-mile loop. So I hope you enjoyed the field trip. I'm exhausted. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and hopefully our ride is here to pick us up and take us into Jackson, and we're gonna eat pizza and drink Cokes because we're starving. See you guys. Come to the Tetons, they're beautiful.